Want to force a field goal try. Empty set for Cousins. Looking deep over the middle, and it is, guess who? Justin Jefferson, the clutch play of the day.
Justin Jefferson up top. They're playing a little two-man, so they've got a trail technique underneath, and he just splits the two defenders. Kirk Cousins is right on time with the football. And again, taking one in the teeth, standing there, facing the pressure, and delivering the strike to Justin Jefferson.
It is still a one-score game. 8 points is the margin, but that is a huge third down play by Cousins to Jefferson. They had struggled on third down most of the day, but Cousins taking the pressure, the hit, and finding one of the best targets in Vikings history.
And we talked about Wink Martindale usually bringing pressure in those situations, making the quarterback get rid of the ball before he's ready to. That time they decided to play coverage. They get the double team on Jefferson. Still not good enough because he is that good.
Justin Jefferson has 100 yards. He has played 48 National Football League games. He has 100 yards in exactly half of those games.
It's incredible. The kid has developed into the best receiver in the National Football League.
And Kirk Cousins having the season of a lifetime this year with all these tight ones. We got an 8-point ball game. Back-to-back games that the Vikings have had a pair of receivers with double-digit catches and 100-plus yards. It happened with Jefferson and Osborne last week. It's Hockenson and Jefferson today. Still 3 long, painstaking minutes to go in this one. The Giants are still in this game. Now it's Daniel Jones' turn. A touchdown and an interception for Jones today, his first pick in 5 games. From the 25-yard line, 3 minutes, 2 timeouts, and the 2-minute warning to get a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Another rock-solid performance, even with the pick, for Jones, who's having the best season of his career. He's going to be a free agent after this year. The Giants declined his 5th-year option. He's trying to prove a lot of people wrong. On first down, underneath. Here comes Richie James, and he gets about 7 or 8 on the play. 2:50 and counting.
Plenty of time on the clock. Got the 2-minute warning.
James having a big day, too. He's closing in on 100 yards. Jones looking for James. That one's through his hands. He had a key drop on the last drive, which led to a Giants field goal. Unable to haul this one in.
It's right there. And again, that's one you just, in these situations, you just got to come up with those balls. A little bit behind the receiver, but.
Speaking of gotta have it, 3rd and 2 for the Giants. Vikings bring 4. Jones has the first down. It is his top target, Darius Slayton, for a big gainer. Down inside the 40 of Minnesota. They'll mark him out at the 35.
Yeah, they're just going to run double crossers back here, try to create some traffic. They call it a mesh concept. Slayton's going to come open, and then he's the guy with all kinds of speed on this Giants offense. You know what we haven't seen Daniel Jones do here in a while? Make plays with his feet. He has not taken off and scrambled here recently, approaching the red zone. It's when he does a lot of his best scrambling work.
After the 32-yard gain, he's back to throw. Jones looking for Barkley. He was covered by Hicks. Stops the clock with 2:19. It's 2nd down for New York.
That's right where you want to be if you're the New York Giants, right? In a game, 8 points down, Brian Dable's crew. He preaches toughness, tough-minded guys, tough-minded people. Said we need guys that can handle a 3-game losing streak. 8 of his 10 captains have never had a winning record. Like, this is a team that's changing right before your eyes.
Looking for one of their biggest moments of the season. Jones has it batted back. Incomplete. Kairos Tonga, a second-year man who's 26 years old out of BYU.
That's right. Jones trying to get this inside there. Look at the hands. Look at that ball. Right here. Up. Perfect timing.
BYU's got a very good men's volleyball program. I think they're very proud of that. Deflection back. 3rd down and 10 for the Giants. 2:15 to play in a 1-score game. Jones under pressure. Being chased by Hunter. There goes Daniel Jones with a shoulder into Metellus. It's going to be 4th down and 2. No fear from Daniel Jones that time. He was a couple of yards shy of the line to gain, though.
Yeah, they're going to run a little stunt game here. They're going to loop around. Hunter coming on the inside. But that's what we talked about. Daniel Jones using his feet, creating plays, and then being physical at the end.
Giants still have 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning potentially if they don't get this 1st down. But they need it right now. They're going to run it. And in the biggest moments, Saquon Barkley said he wanted the ball. Touchdown Giants. And they're within 2. What a call. And what a run.
Great double team right here. Getting inside, center, guard, up the football field, and Saquon Barkley hitting it big time. Running through a couple of arm tackles, and then that guy, when he's in the open field, he is special. What's your favorite 2-down call right here, or your 2-point conversion call? It's your favorite play.
Got to be your best play to try to tie the game for the Giants. Jones looking, tossing it. It is caught. Bellinger, tie game. What a drive by the Giants. It started at their own 25-yard line. They marched 75 for the touchdown in the 2.
Look at him get all the flow out this way, and then just find your tight end. Sitting down, finding some space. Sits, bam, right there. And Patrick Peterson coming across just inches away. He reads it, he sees it, but watch the hand.
Oh, man.
Just barely mistimes the jump. We got a tie ball game.
Daniel Bellinger, who had a key fumble on a good New York drive early in this game, comes up with some secure hands for the 2 and the tie, and a let's go from Daniel Jones.
How about it? How about that drive by the New York Giants and Daniel Jones? Saquon Barkley.
They do it in 59 seconds.
Boy, the rookie did a great job finding space on that end line.
Sure did.
Just stopping his route and then continuing to slide with his quarterback. You want to talk about game of inches. I mean, Patrick Peterson missed that ball. That was like by a fingernail.
Yep. Touchback, so you can run a play before the 2-minute warning here. Barkley in the 4th quarter last week, huge. Barkley in the 4th quarter this week, the same. And now it's up to Kirk Cousins, who's come up with comeback drive after game-winning drive after comeback drive this year. And it's in Minnesota's hands with the 2-minute warning about to come. Still a timeout with which to work. How about these 2 quarterbacks? What a year that both of them have put together in these tight games. Cousins. Ooh, that was floating out there for Jefferson with a lot of blue jerseys around him. Incomplete. That takes us to the 2-minute warning in a game that is tied at 24 apiece. Thrilling finishes for these two all season long. We sure are set up for another good one in Minneapolis. Minute 57 left. Minnesota's got the football and one timeout. Giants have 2 timeouts. Welcome those of you watching the other games around the country. You've found a good one on this Christmas Eve. Here comes pressure from the Giants. Hawkinson gets it, but he immediately gets wrapped up by Nick McLeod. Inbounds, that will keep the clock moving. Adam Amin, Mark Schlereth, Christina Pink, Dean Blandino back in Los Angeles. Our fabulous Fox Sports crew. 100 seconds and counting left in this one.
Well, last time they were in 3rd down and long, they gave up a touchdown to Justin Jefferson. They played coverage. Wink Martindale, defensive coordinator of your Giants. I think he's probably going to change that with a little pressure package.
Either team called a timeout. Giants didn't want to use one here to let Minnesota set up 3rd and 9. Here comes the house for the Giants. Cousins throws. Jefferson makes the catch at the 43-yard line. Who else?
Well, I tell you what, when you're bringing all this pressure from everywhere, what does it leave you on the back end? One-on-one with the best receiver in football. And look at Kirk Cousins just float that ball to an area. Go get it, big fella. And Jefferson makes the adjustment.
Cousins underneath. It's Dalvin Cook. 40 seconds left. Tackle made by Jihad Ward. Vikings only have 1 timeout. Greg Joseph has hit so many game-winning field goals in his career. The 7th of his career came last week at the end of overtime in that big comeback. 2nd down. Cousins in the pocket, dancing around, and it's Landon Collins. His first sack back with his former team. Clock is at 17 seconds.
Their 3rd and final of the half.
The Vikings have to use their final timeout. Here's how we got here. It was 17-16 when Jamie Gillen had his punt blocked by Josh Metellus deep inside of Giants territory. That set up a short field, and Kirk Cousins able to find Justin Jefferson for the touchdown. They added the extra point to make it an 8-point game. 75-yard drive ends in a Saquon Barkley touchdown. And then the 2-point to tie it. Bellinger with Peterson charging in on that ball. Bellinger held on to tie the game at 24. 2 more seconds added on the clock. No timeouts for Minnesota. 19 seconds. So you got to get a first down and you got to spike it. Pressure coming. Cousins for Jefferson. Jefferson trying to get free. He ends up with a first down. Now they got to get up and spike it. That catch by Jefferson just set the new single-season Vikings record. And Cousins gets the spike. Right near the 42-yard line. This would set up a potential maybe about 60-yarder for Joseph to try to win this thing.
That's what we're going to have.
Sure enough. A record-setting catch by Jefferson has set up Greg Joseph for what would be a 5th game winner this year. It would be an 8th for his NFL career. So many kicks have come down to Greg Joseph's leg over the last 2 seasons. This would be as impressive as any. It would be a career long by 5 yards. Giants will use a timeout here.
Timeout. New York, their second. This will be a 30-second timeout.
Another week, another Vikings nail-biter. I'd say the same for the Giants, too.
It's the only type of games these two franchises play.
Here's how the Vikings have got here. 10-0 in 1-score games, multiple games coming down to the final play You got 11 wins and a +2 point differential. They've gotten blown out a couple of times, and they've won in very tight fashion. They have an opportunity here for what would be a career long for Greg Joseph. It would be a Vikings record. Julian Love is in the end zone just in case this is short. From 61. And he has done it again! And the Vikings do it again! A new Vikings record, a new career long, and a new Christmas hero in Minneapolis, Greg Joseph.
Can you believe that kick? 61 yards.
"12 wins in year number 1 under Kevin O'Connell, and for yet another week, the Giants are denied a spot in the playoffs. They're still in it, but Justin Jefferson, Kirk Cousins, and Greg Joseph win the day yet again in dramatic fashion. In a year full of dramatic finishes, no one in the history of the NFL has done it more dramatically than the Minnesota Vikings.
Well, you know, it was Metellus going to be the special teams player of the week, but I think I just trumped him.
Yeah, I think Greg Joseph just said, no, that's all right. I'll handle this. What a game. Vikings are still alive for the number 1 seed. They're hoping that the Eagles lose out. The Eagles are coming up against the Cowboys in a nationally televised game here on Fox on this Christmas Eve holiday. For Mark, Christina, the wonderful women and men of our crew, have a happy holiday, everybody. Adam Amin, privileged to be here. Here's the company in Los Angeles.